Do you worry about Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and some of these types monkeying around with the midterms and the way we do elections in this country? I mean, with what they're trying to pull these days, they don't want accountability. They don't want Democrats getting the gavels in the House and the Senate, be able to hold hearings and start impeachment proceedings and so on. I mean, you worry about that, James?
In a short word, yes.
I've been saying, whenever Democrats say to me, this is the reason we have to coalesce for 2026. I always add to the end of that sentence, yeah, assuming we actually have free and fair elections. I think it's insane, honestly, to just assume we're going to have normal elections next year. I don't assume that.
Okay, welcome back to this one. That was liberal commentators Jim Acosta, James Carville, and Joy Reid floating the crazy idea that President Trump is going to somehow try to rig or even cancel the 2026 midterm elections. This is a brand new theory right out of the fever swamps of Washington and the media. Let's welcome to the show radio host and author Jason Rantz. Jason, now they're going there. What do you make of it?
I mean, it was inevitable, I suppose. They're always going to do this. And the second we actually get the elections, it will then just change to a different conspiracy theory. I mean, I'm old enough to remember during COVID when Democrats actually changed procedures around elections. And anyone who even spoke up and said, well, maybe this is the wrong thing, maybe we should go and work the changes legislatively, we were all immediately called crazy that we were claiming ahead of an election that it was going to be stolen. But we know exactly what's going on here. It seems so patently obvious. And the one thing I will say, I do think in 2025, people can see right through this. I don't know if this is the kind of conspiracy theory that's really going to generate any kind of momentum. It just highlights how absolutely insane these people actually are.
How about talking policies to fix America? Lawmakers also Jason, they're demanding the media lower the political temperature, that extreme rhetoric can incite violence against public officials. Yeah. That's been on the rise in the years since the first assassination attempt on President Trump. We got Homeland Security warning that these politically motivated violent attacks rank among the U.S.'s top threats this year. I mean, threats against members of Congress have more than doubled since 2017. So this is a big problem with what the media allows on its airwaves.
Absolutely. They've always been so inconsistent in the kind of rhetoric that they condemn. I'm in the camp that believes we should be condemning bad faith, violent rhetoric, regardless of where it comes from. Unfortunately, there are many in left-wing media that just simply don't hold those same views. I think part of it is if they took it off their airways, I don't know what kind of Democratic lawmakers would they allow on at that point, right? I mean, so much of what's being said by the folks on, say, MSNBC, that's the kind of rhetoric that we would all condemn and say is wrong. And so they might not have any guests to book if they can't get people like Pramila Jayapal or Eric Swalwell on air.
And their ratings are down. Final word, you think Americans are just not buying this hype anymore? Final word.
I don't. I think we're all wise enough to see the transparent political strategy at work, and that's a credit to conservatives on social media who are outlining all of the really bad strategy.
Got it. Jason Rantz, thank you so very much.